There will be at least 3 new representatives to the City Council next year. What will be your approach to educating these new members to the responsibilities and the protocols of the City Council so they will be ready to effectively assume their elected positions?
You know, we won't know who's on that City Council until sometime late on November 4th. And what I am hopeful of is that we will have 9 leaders on that City Council. And my goal would be on the morning of November 5th to call whoever got elected and say, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What is important to you? And I would start to put together an idea of what we as a collective want to do as a body. So I could deliver that message to City Manager Davis so that he could address the new council in our first meeting and give us his impressions of where we wanted to go. This council-manager relationship is a give and take scenario. The council is supposed to serve as a board of directors, and the manager is our chief administrative officer, and we're supposed to give him strategic direction and hold him accountable for achieving those goals. And so I would keep that process in mind in any of the discussions with the council members. We don't need council members running off on their own, going down level in staff and telling people what to do. That it creates huge inefficiencies in our organization. We need to keep it as a board level, and we need to make sure that the instructions given to the manager are clear and that we have measurable, the ability to measure outcomes from that manager.
Councilwoman Abuzawader, same question, and I'll repeat it. There will be at least 3 new representatives to the City Council. What will be your approach to educating these new members to the responsibilities and protocols of the City Council so they will be ready to effectively assume their elected positions?
Thank you. And of course, we do not know who will be on the next day. It could be 3, 4, even more. We will have to wait for those results to come in. However, I do know with at least 3 council members we know will be new, we need someone who can share the knowledge of everything that has gone on in the city and has helped us with this trajectory of success that we are now experiencing. I have been in on every single meeting, every single in the community, making sure that we have the knowledge in order to help guide a new council. When I say guide, I don't mean tell them what to do, because we're going to have many new people on the City Council who are leaders in their own right. But we do need to come together, and we need to approach the strategically the problems and the challenges and the issues we have. And with the knowledge that I have, I know about all the innovative solutions we are seeking and working on, and what the departments are doing, and how we are moving forward, and what we are trying to figure out for this issue and that issue. That is something you cannot learn. If you've been in City Council in prior years, that's wonderful and amazing. But things have changed. Things change every year. We never thought we would be having computers in our hands. And I know that technology changes. It's probably changed from yesterday to today. And we need to stay up on that. And I pride myself on learning every single thing that the City Council looks at, votes on, works with. And I want to share that knowledge with a new council.
Councilwoman Abuzawader, as mayor, your formal power is limited to 1 vote. As such, how do you plan to lead the city and implement your vision?
You know, I've been a leader in many regional boards and commissions, and that has helped guide me into knowing what I need to be as the city's mayor. So when I was first elected as chair of the Piedmont Authority for Regional Transportation, we had 2 3-hour meetings. And I went in, and we efficiently have much shorter meetings now. So going in, making sure everything is efficient. I want to work with my council members to move forward, to do everything in a way that certainly uplifts them, because we have 5 districts. We have 5 distinct districts. Yes, we should be one Greensboro. And we should always move forward with that idea in mind. But we are also going to have 5 unique districts, as we do. And we want to see what we can do to make sure everyone stays on the same page of making Greensboro the best it can be. So in doing all that, I want to be able to bring them together. Let's work for certain goals, and let's make sure that we can solve the challenges and issues and problems that our community is going through. It is not just about being a board of directors. We have a city, and we are a compassionate city who cares about our residents. And we need to move forward with that, because we need to be able to make our community feel welcomed. And I say that because people who come to Greensboro, they love Greensboro. Why? Because we're one of those cities that embraces people. And that is part of what a good mayor does, not just running the board meeting, but being in the community, being active, being accessible.
As mayor, your formal power is limited to 1 vote. As such, how do you plan to lead the city and implement your vision?
Thank you. You know, I've been mayor before, and I've served on council before. And there's a dramatic difference between being mayor and being on the council. People naturally listen to the mayor in a different way than they do individual council members, because the mayor is supposed to be the spokesperson for the city. The mayor is supposed to be the salesperson for the city. The mayor is supposed to talk to folks in the community and talk to the folks on the council and get a collective buy-in as to where we want to go. The mayor is going to be a primary interface with the city manager and with the city attorney. And then go out to the various council members and say, what do you think about this? And try to build consensus. Now, when I was mayor, we started a little project that sits a couple blocks up the street called the Tanger Center. And by the time I left office, we had purchased the land for the Tanger Center. That was not a unanimous project. We had people on the council that were not supportive. But I knew as a mayor that we could not be the 3rd largest city in North Carolina without having a first-class performing arts center. And I was willing to push and find the 5 or 6 votes that supported that project. And I'm glad we did. And now there are not too many people in Greensboro that don't think that the Tanger Center is not a huge benefit to not only our downtown, but the entire community.